6 o'clock, May 13th, 2025, call the meeting to order. Item number 1 is minutes of April 22nd.
Make a motion for the minutes of April 22nd, 2025, Board of Selectmen meeting.
I second it.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor? 301. Jim wasn't here. Warrants and financials.
Make a motion to sign the warrants and financials.
Second. Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor? 4-0. Clapping heads. Larry?
Grading, getting roads graded up, and we're doing this in-town sweeping. We got probably another day, 2 days, and that will be all done. And then the sweeping will be done, and then we'll put flags up. Peter started up to the North Fire Station, put the parking lot in. He's got it all dug out, all the way back around to the front of the building, and half of that's done as of today. He's got it filled back in. He's gonna dig the other half out tomorrow and get that filled in, then he's gonna bring everything up to surface grade. And then next week, gonna start on the side of the building where the propane tank is. I'm gonna get a hold of Bob's Gas Fuel, they said they'll come lift the tank. And we gotta take the pad out of the way, then they're gonna excavate that all out, put all the gravel in. Before they put the gravel in, we'll get 40 feet of 2.5-inch conduit with 2 elbows and 40 feet of 1.5-inch conduit with 2 elbows that Chuck and I talked what they gotta have to go to the new pad. Right now, I think we just leave the gravel until they get the money for the generator. And so when they get it okay for the generator, all they gotta do is run the wires through and pull the cement pad. Chuck said they'll take and run a line from the propane tank that's there now over to the other propane tank. He said that tank they got right now is good for 80 hours at 8 gallons an hour. So by the end of next week, I would think that they would be pretty close to wrapping that up for the gravel part of it. The pump stations, we had pump station 1 that one of the limit switches was bad last weekend. So we run on 1 pump through the weekend, they come up Monday to fix that. And as soon as we get done with the sweeping and getting the flags up, then we'll start ditching and replacing some culverts. Other than that, everything's okay.
Any questions?
Question, I don't know if this is for you or you guys. The guys who've been trimming the trees around the power lines, are they coming back?
Yeah, but they're trimming the trees, then they come behind it with the excavator with the multi-head on it.
Okay,
And
so everything they just dropped in the road, they're gonna,
Yeah,
okay, good.
yeah, they trim everything up hard and just drop it to the ground. And the guys on Carabasset Road right now with the excavator and the multi-head, he goes behind it.
Sweet, thanks.
Yep.
We're all done with that up there, that sewer line there.
Yeah.
They're all done with that.
Yep, that's all done. And the bill's in this week's warrant here, but yeah, they get that all done.
Thank you.
Okay. It's all happened up to here, right?
That's it.
So, Mr. Campbell.
Ms. Paluch, thank you for having me. I'm here to just present highlights on the 25-26 budget. The overall budget is up 2.77% from last year. 3 factors driving it, the 3 biggest factors I should say driving that. Special education, out of district placement numbers are going to increase. And the amount per student has also increased, so that line was up, I believe it was $425,000 to cover the cost to educate those students. So that was significant. The Buildings and Grounds Subcommittee listened to all of the project that should be done to all 4 buildings, and shows to update the rugs. Actually, we're gonna tear the rugs out and put in a different style flooring in both Garrett and Solon. The rugs are so old that they're stretched, full of holes, very hard to clean. The new floors will be able to be cleaned on a daily basis. So, be safer and healthier for kids. And then the other area, and it's our biggest area, and that is increases in salary and health insurance. Health insurance, we took another big hit. It was up 12.7%, huge. The overall impact on those 2 factors on our budget is 2.5% from last year. We continue to try to find ways to save. This year, I believe, we can toot our horns to say we saved quite a bit on heating fuel and diesel fuel. At the old, well, not the old, at the high school, somewhere in there, they started the 10,000 gallon tank that's in ground, which was intended for just for number 2, became the tank to fill the buses. So we've been burning diesel fuel at the high school, part of our heating system for years. It took less than 1 winter to pay to have a new tank set. So that tank was right around $15,000. So we should continue to see savings. The other thing the board has decided to do at Caravat Community School, when they put in the pellet boilers, and they took out a 5,000 gallon oil tank there and put in 2 275 gallon tanks. And if we have any issues with the pellet boilers, Bob Cashul is there every 2 days. So the board has authorized Chris Rue and I to put in a hopper to store the pellets on the exterior, pull those bags out, and put a 5,000 gallon tank inside the building where it was built structurally, so that if there's a spill, it goes down into the, what do we call it?
In the deck.
In the deck, yes. So, yes, so that again will allow us to hopefully save some money, because now we can put our diesel and heating oil out the bids. So we are looking for ways.
Does the pellets really heat that building well?
They do when they work. They do when they work.
When they were, okay.
It's a very complicated system, and through mechanical services, we are training our staff to maintain them on a regular basis so that we can keep them online. More. It's actually, in the middle of winter, it's cheaper to use pellets than it is heating oil. So. Yes. The other thing the board did, we put a mechanic full-time at the bus garage, and the amount of savings there is tremendous, because we no longer have to ship every bus that needs major repair to O'Connor Motor, or actually replacing Fairfield Clothes, right? Well, that's closed. So it's, we do our own in-house maintenance now, so that just saved a lot.
So what's the local?
Anson is up, one of the 4 towns is up the greatest because our population lives the greatest. The local Anson is up 9.3%. 9.3%. It's on the last page. I do. I was wondering who else might have been up. Anybody else with a copy of this?
Any other questions? Thank you, Mike.
Thank you. Here is, district meeting is next Wednesday. And when is the 10th, and the hours are from 10 to 6.
And the sixth.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Thanks, baby.
You're welcome.
I don't see Jeff over here. Okay. We need to sign a contract with RJD Appraisals to do the appraisal. It's the same company we've had. They originally said they weren't going to do it anymore, but apparently they found some people to hire so they can keep on doing it. So, see a motion to sign.
I make a motion to sign the contract with
RJD.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor? 4-0. We have a couple of sewer supplemental bills. One is to North Anson Housing Association for $1,544.40.
Make a motion to sign it.
Sewer supplements.
First one.
So, I've been on the board 8 years, I've never heard of a sewer supplemental.
Oh, yeah. When they miss somebody or miss something, this is the trio error code. So, didn't send them the bill.
We didn't send them a bill.
We didn't send them the bill. This is a supplemental bill.
All right.
Good.
Sorry.
Seconded. Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor? 4-0. And the second sewer supplement, no, this is an abatement. This one is an abatement.
That's the word I understand.
There's one for Christine Martin, one for Williams Farm, and one for Dennis Fletcher. The total of the three abatements is $358.80.
Make a motion to sign that paper.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor? 4-0. We have a mowing contract to sign with Stacy Bean.
Make a motion to sign contract with Stacy G.
Was there any change in that?
I don't believe so. $7,000. Monthly payments. Regular contract. Second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Further discussion? All those in favor? 4-0.
Question on that, should that be brought up for a bid next year? Just put that in the notes.
And then we have a quick claim deed. Russell and Jennifer Booker. All those in favor? 4-0. And then we have a supplemental tax warrant for Susan and Michelle Michaelis. They removed some land from tree growth, and the amount is $4,073.55.
Make a motion for the supplemental tax.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor? 4-0. Then we have a ratio declaration that goes into the state from the appraisers. And we do this to get reimbursed for the homestead exemption.
It's just a tax, right?
It's just a declaration that goes into the state.
Make a motion for the declaration of what's in the state.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor? 4-0. We have a letter from a representative from the House of Representatives. They would like to designate a portion of Route 234 in the town of New Vineyard and the town of Anson in honor of Corporal Andrew L. Hutchins. We just want our support to do that. Mr. Hutchins went to Fairbank High School. He lost his life on November 8th of 2010 while serving in Afghanistan. Motion to support that?
Make a motion to support.
Second. Moved and seconded. Further discussion? All those in favor? 4-0.
Oh, you're holding back on this?
Now we have a certificate of the commitment for the North Anson sewer with $33,801.50.
Make a motion to sign.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Further discussion? All those in favor? 4-0.
Sorry, I gotta take fast on that. All right.
Oh, this one is, there's like 8 places to sign. It's the warrant notice for the election for Regional School Unit 74 budget validation referendum. And needs to be posted in several places. And they gave us a little room there at the bottom to sign.
Make a motion to sign.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor? 4-0.
last one?
I got the rest.
We have
That's down a big clip too. We can put all these together.
We have an agreement from Bob's Cash Fuel to lock in heating oil price and the propane price.
Make a motion.
Heating oil price at $2.49.9,
What is that?
$2.49.9, and the propane price of $1.34.9.
Make a motion for fuel, Bob's cash.
Second.
Moved and seconded, and this is something that Kim can do on the, it's a computer signed, DocuSign thing, nothing that we sign. Kim will sign it, send it back, sign it. Moved and seconded, all those in favor? 4-0. Then we have a petition. We received. It has more than enough signatures. I would suggest that we send it to MMA, get a legal opinion on it, and then at the next meeting, probably we would set up a special town meeting.
Need a motion on that?
Yes.
Make a motion to send it to MMA.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor? 4-0. Any other selecting concerns?
Yeah, Artie, I had a couple of people ask, when the orange signs are gonna come down.
Tar roads by this Friday, but dirt roads as they dry out. The ones I've graded so far, they look good on the top, so if you cut it, the water bleeds up behind you, so they're really not ready.
Perfect, thank
Anything else? Public session? Yes.
I don't know when is the time for this. I got an issue I'd like to bring up
Sure.
before you get all done. No hurry. I don't want to jump in the middle of what you got going on.
This is the time.
This is the time, well, I'm gonna come up and meet a couple of guys I haven't met, I guess. I know you from a couple of years back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know Larry, Larry Luce.
you.
I know Sharon. How you doing? And I think I met you a long time ago, but, yeah, Larry Luce, hi. All right, I guess you gotta be married more than 50 years to know everybody, because the hell, I don't know a lot of you guys. So, anyway, the issue I wanna bring up is a safety issue concerning the wheelchair handicapped people that travel from Parkwood's apartment, that go by my place. And for you that don't know, we lived the last house before you get to the Parkwood's Road going in the apartment. They are forced to ride down on the road with their wheelchairs. They can't go on the gravel unless it's hard packed, because several times over the years, I have had to help them up because they get stuck. They can't go in the loose gravel. For the wheelchair people that are able to go and go, they'll go over to Madison, go in the Radius, go into Hanford, whatever. God, they ought to be able to without getting hit. Last year, one person got hit, almost right across from my place, threw him right in the ditch. He's lucky he didn't get killed. Anyway, they should be able to safely go from the end of Parkwood's Drive down to, I think it's right by Elmer Jackson's, I think, where the shoulder starts. You got the sidewalk on one side and you've got the extra hot top lane on the side. I think we're talking, I haven't measured it, we may be talking 1,000 feet. Our property is between 400 and 500 feet, and then judge it from there down to Jackson's. Just guessing, we're talking 1,000 feet. But 2 summers ago, I brought the issue up. I got the name of a big state guy over in Wilton, called in and presented the issue, safety issue, concern. And he wasn't bad to me, but I quickly found out that as a concerned citizen homeowner, you don't have any clout, which I'm 70 years old, I realize that. But it's all about the dollar bill. Everything in life is all about the dollar bill. He proceeded to tell me that, because I told him we should have a bike lane, or whatever you want to call it, that extra side lane of hot top. So they come out of Parkwoods, never have to cross the road. They come right down through out of harm's way. Well, then he commenced to make sure he told me, dollar bill again, that you can't just throw a hot top down. You gotta dig it down, put it in your base, all this, yeah. So, I then, I guess, kind of dropped the ball, I guess, and now I want to carry it again. Last summer I didn't bring the issue up. This summer I do. I want to bring it up and I want to try to see where it goes. I was told by the gentleman, the state gentleman, that I would have to go through the town. Because I can't just request that, obviously, and put in my case. The town officials have got to request this from the state and try to make a case that there's a safety issue and that these people should not have to stay in Parkwood's parking lot if they have a wheelchair. And some years you've got 3 or 4 people that live there with wheelchairs. We've watched many go by over the years. Like I say, one got hit last year. Now, is it my problem? I guess not. Do I see it as a problem? Yes, I do. And I think somebody, I'm sure if you know what I'm talking about, you've all ridden by there at one point and seen the wheelchairs going up and down the road. And the traffic coming into town haven't woke up yet that they gotta slow down. Quite often they go past our place, 50, 60 miles an hour. They start putting their brakes on down by Pam Davis. Or you had,
Keep them going.
there you go. Well, they had an out of town, and as soon as they get to that corner, it's time to go to the speedway. So the elements are there, not just for close call elements if somebody get killed. I want to try to present it to you guys as a safety issue. I don't know where it can go, but I was told that I need you guys to run with it. That's all I can do, because these guys don't have a very exciting life when they're in a wheelchair 7 days a week. If they're able to go out and see people by going over the street, do some shopping and come back by, they should be able to do it safely. And you're not talking a long ways. And I realize it's a dollar bill. My God, the state wastes enough money. I'm sure that they make their case, whatever. And 2 summers ago when I looked into that, well, we can at least put up signs so they'll know when they're coming into town 60 miles an hour, there's wheelchair people. Did that happen? No. So even the very slightest thing that you could offer for safety didn't get done. So I'm back on the issue, and I encourage you guys to go with it. There's, you're not talking miles. And I don't, for the life of me, that apartment building, the handicap, people in low income, that's been there for a lot of years. I don't know why even when it went in, it wasn't an issue, but it wasn't. Or wasn't brought up. So, I don't know, if you got questions, I'll, whatever, throw them at me. You guys, throw them at me. Like I say, I'm just trying to run with the ball that I see on a daily basis. We live right there. We're not somebody that rides by once in a while, we live there, we see it. We see a guy get hit. We've seen a guy stuck in the ditch and I've gone out and helped him. They deserve to be able to go down there safely. There should be signs, but there also should be that top right down through. They're not on ways. It's not like in town, that everybody wants to go like hell well through there, coming in and going out.
Is there a special form, Ivy, that,
You'll have to have a request on a town letterhead to look into putting the safety lane, sidewalk, what are you gonna call it?
We don't want a sidewalk.
Well,
Sidewalk.
you're gonna have to do what the state says. They might say, but
Yeah, go ahead, I'll interrupt you here.
the bicycle lanes are built for bicycles,
in the narrow?
and a wheelchair is gonna take up most of that bicycle lane, because they won't let you pave the whole shoulder, so you can have like on the interstate, a 5, 6, 8 foot shoulder there, they won't let you do that. If they do, I'll be surprised, because people will use it for passing, one of the reasons why. So more likely it would have to be a sidewalk to go through the
The reason I hedge on the sidewalk is, you know what plows do in wintertime? And that sidewalk out there, I guarantee you, will be all stove to crap. One winter, and that, all the curbing on that sidewalk will be peeled. It needs to be presented that we don't put any curbing, we extend out there enough for safety. And that's just my opinion, but we all see what happens to curbings over the winter, no matter, even if plows are used to it or whatever. You got storms, you got hard conditions from the falling, whatever, they're gonna get so hard.
But yeah, you'll need a letterhead, town letterhead paper requesting them to look into it, and then they'll send a,
And that would go right over to Wilton?
yep, they'll send a sidewalk person over here and look at and see what can be done.
Yeah.
And then it'll be the town's responsibility to take and build it. Because any sidewalk in town is the town's responsibility, not the state's.
And need a town pay for it? Or this-
Oh, yeah, the town will pay for it. He might lead you down the road so you can maybe get a grant or something, but
Now, if they agree to tar it out, is that your responsibility to do it?
that would still be the town's responsibility, I believe.
How about any signs, Ivy?
What's that?
What is it on the
The
gas?
handicap signs,
Yeah.
wheelchair signs, that's up to the state.
That's the state
road.
too. Yeah. Thank you.
And that is, it had been due 2 years ago at my request, or at least that's what they offered that they could do without me pushing it through town officials. It's hard to understand why that falls to the town financially, but state maintained road, isn't it?
This is a state maintained road right through, and the sidewalks are all town responsibility. They'll maintain the road, but they don't maintain sidewalks or anything like that.
Okay, but if we get away from the actual curved up sidewalk, does that change?
I don't believe it's going, because it's still handicap accessible, and that's up to the town.
I guess I misunderstood you. If we're looking at a 4-foot extension, for example,
But that, a four foot won't be enough to take a wheelchair. Your wheelchair is about 3 feet wide. So that's gonna leave you roughly a foot, and they'll still have to be out into the travel lane. You know, it's going, they're a bicycle or a wheelchair or anything like that for traffic to go by them safely. So that's why I said you can't just go with a 4 or 5 foot lane. You're gonna have to go with a lane, so you're gonna have a buffer zone, I guess you'd call it. It's gonna have to be under the ADA compliant rules and regulations.
I guess it's just kind of hard to understand that what we got going on right now seems to be acceptable, and it's unacceptable to give them 4 feet, to give them the hell out of the lane. They're in the lane, the friggin' lane.
Yeah.
And why isn't a few feet a hell of a lot better than that? The curbing on the sidewalk will be demolished.
We will request the state look into it
Yeah.
and see what they say. I mean, they're gonna say what we can do.
I'm sure, I'm sure. And all I'm trying to do is make a case,
Yeah.
and I hope you as town officials make a case.
We will.
Because it does no good for me to try to go directly, but I don't have clout, I don't have any,
And we don't have as much as you think.
well, no, but this is the system that has to go for.
Right.
And I'm doing what they said I had to do, and I should have followed up on it sooner. And last year when the guy did get hit, and they stove up his, he actually had one that was more of a scooter. But he was actually on the ground. And the car hit him there and threw him right down by the culvert by Paul Nichols' Zodiac. He still doesn't have a friggin' scooter back, and so he doesn't get around as he used to. And I guess if he was down in the gravel, you can't say that he was in the road, got hit there, but it's a matter of time. Somebody's gonna get hit. No reason for somebody to get killed before we're looking.
Yeah, I think we're all on board to see what we can do.
Thank you for your time.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Anything else? Yes. No, good.
I was just wondering about that article that was in the town report about the flooring. I didn't see, has that gone out to bid, or do you guys do bids?
We have put it out to, what's the flooring place?
For Master.
For Master. They came and looked at it, but we haven't heard back from them.
I just wondered if you
Is
guys
there
had a
some-
bid policy. No, I just wondered if you did a bid. I just had seen it in the warrant, that's all.
Yeah,
If you guys did bids.
it depends on how much of a project it is, how
Yeah.
big the money amount.
And then I just heard the ratio up there. What is the ratio for the town? Do you know
I don't,
the tax ratio?
I don't know if it was on that.
If we're at 100 or 90% or
That said 100%.
100%?
Yes, that said.
That's good. That is good, okay. Thank you.
Harold?
Obviously, you can't ask Stacy for the answers to the question I had 2 meetings ago. She's not here. So, have you guys got any bites on the job for the town office?
We're getting closer.
Getting closer.
We have someone that has applied. We're not ready to announce it yet, but it won't be long. They work somewhere else and it's not fair to.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Just was wondering if we were making progress.
I hope so, because this is. Anything else? So, number 8. The motion to go into executive session.
Make a motion to go into executive session, personnel matters, 1 MRSA 4056A.
Second.
Seconded. All those in favor?